Hey guys, Carlz0r here, and today I'm going to be showing you a game called Race the Sun. This is a game where you quite literally race the sun as you try to make your way forward across the landscape really fast and try not to crash into stuff. I've had this game for a little while through their website, but since it just came out on Steam and I just got my Steam key, I figured that would be a good time to show it to you all because you're probably starting to wonder if you've looked at the Steam store and looked at this game, you're wondering what it is. And so I will show you. This is the main mode right here, Race the Sun, and it throws you right into the action. You control this ship, you can steer it left and right, and your goal is to try not to crash into anything. Now there's a bunch of other kind of sub-goals and stuff too. You have several tasks that you're trying to fill as you play the game. Most of them don't require you to do too much special, but you'll see them at the end of the round if I manage to achieve any of them or not. The little power-up thingies that I'm picking up are called tries, and those are worth more points. And if I pick 5 of them in a row, then I get a higher multiplier, which means that my score, of course, will go up faster. There are also these yellow tries that if I hit them, they will make me go a lot faster, which is important because the sun is constantly setting, and this craft is solar powered. And so if the sun goes down, I'm screwed. I run out of power and I crash anyway, whether I hit an object or not. And so you are quite literally trying to go as fast as possible, as far as possible, get the highest score, race the sun, and try not to crash. Try not to run out of power. Solar power. Whoa! There's other factors that come into play here too. Oh, and I just failed. Yeah, okay, so I achieved another task, and that leveled me up to, I'm at now level 4. If I click these new green pickups that will appear on the map, then I can hit the action button to jump, which I think on my controller is the A button. Now don't worry, if you don't use a controller, this is quite playable on keyboard. I was playing it on keyboard when I first started it, until I realized that it was controller compatible. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and keep on going here and continue on the tangent. Give me the share button. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm almost about to gain another level, too. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was on a tangent about the other factors that come into play with the solar power of this craft. You can't stay in shadows for too long. If you do, you'll slow down, and if you slow down too much, you'll crash. But the worst part about slowing down, even if you don't crash, is that you will not be caught up, with the sun as much as you could be if you've been going full speed the whole time. So you want to avoid being in shadows. Tunnels can be a nice, safe place to go through, because in later levels you can't really get hit as much if you're in tunnels, but also you won't be getting as much solar energy. Whoa! And I did manage to hit that yellow power-up even though I was way over it. I think all you have to do is hit the beam above it. I did want to go ahead and use my jump before I collected that second jump, because as you can see in the bottom left corner there, a perfect region. I think that means that I didn't, clip any walls, because you can kind of bounce off of the walls, and it slows you down a little bit, but it doesn't kill you. Now if you crash directly into a wall, as you saw the first time I failed... Ooh, okay. Did I mention this game is procedurally generated, by the way? I think that the game is the same if you play it in the same day, but if I were to come back and play it tomorrow, it would be different again. And being able to jump is pretty useful for being able to avoid obstacles and stuff, but you don't want to do it at the wrong times and miss, collecting things or whatever, because some of the things, like the tries, I crashed there earlier when I was playtesting this game and getting ready for the recording. Anyway, what was I saying? I can't even remember. I'm so scatterbrained today. It's still relatively early in the day for me, and I slipped in a little bit. I don't usually do that, and now I'm completely brain dead. I was up late last night, and yeah, anyway, I don't need to talk about that. That is not really interesting or relevant to this game. And I will go ahead and let you know, I probably should have said this a long time ago, I'm not the best person at this game or anything. I mean, I played it a little bit when I first pre-ordered the beta or whatever, before the Steam release came out. I guess it was technically a finished game by that point, or at least mostly finished. It was at version 1 point something, so I assume, you know, it was just like the pre-Steam. They spent a little bit of time getting it ready for Steam, and not everything that they plan to implement is fully implemented yet. When this game first came out, on the non-Steam version, I should have jumped before I picked up the jump power. Anyway, on the non-Steam version, you could play user-created levels, and now on this version, we're going to have to wait a little while for that because they're working on implementing some Steam Workshop support. And I should have saved that jump for a little while longer. Anyway, the Steam Workshop support is what's going to be used for the user-generated levels in this game, and that is not quite ready yet at this time. But if I know anything about these developers, and I'm not going to claim that I know them like personally or anything, of course not, but I have seen that they work very diligently on this game, and I'm sure that that Steam Workshop support will be coming soon, that they're not slacking off or anything on getting it ready. And I did complete another region, and it was another perfect region, which is nice. Collect some tries from this bird that shows up between levels, get a nice little speed boost. And I probably should have mentioned that the speed boost, you might notice that the sun goes back up in the sky a little bit, and that's because I'm catching up to it. I lost part of my multiplier there. Anyway, oh, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, the sun actually creeps back up into the sky a little bit because I'm beating it over the horizon of the planet that I'm on. Equip this attachment to make yourself a tiny bit more attractive. It allows you to grab pickups and tries from a distance. Okay, so let's see if I can go show you that really quick. Unlocking level 5 gave me that new power-up. Oh, and I'm about to unlock level 6, too. Multiplier upgrade. Your starting multiplier has been increased from 1 to 2. We suppose congratulations are in order. Now, getting all of these like upgrades and stuff has not taken me a long time or anything. I've only been playing this copy of the game for like 5 minutes before I started recording. Okay, yeah, now they want me to use the customized ship thingy so I can use my magnet upgrade. I will play one more round for you guys here, now that I have the magnet on, just to see how that works and to show you guys how that works, because I don't think I ever tried that on my old non-Steam copy. I honestly can't remember, because it was a couple months ago, I think, when I first played this. And you may notice you can go pretty significantly far to the left and the right, and I'm not sure exactly what that entails. I don't know how far the levels generate out to the left and right, or if they just kind of loop around. I'm going to figure that out, but I do know that the level kind of... you'll notice it's like the same every time, although I'm going in a more leftward direction this time, and that was a mistake because I'm not finding as many power-ups and stuff over here. But... I'm not going to get that. I'm trying to figure out exactly what that means for me. Oh, and apparently they went ahead and put achievements in this. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the bird. I was reading the achievement. Anyway. Speed power up there. That'll be nice. I think that being a tiny bit more attractive thing, I think that that is making it easier for me to pick up power-ups without having to be like right on top of them. I've kind of run out of things to talk about here. The sun's getting pretty low. The other thing about the sun getting low is that the shadows that the sun casts on tall objects... Whoa, that was close. The shadow that the sun casts on tall objects gets longer, and so it's easier to be in the shadow of an object and lose speed that way. So the game kind of it gets like exponentially harder and harder in some ways as you get closer and closer to the end of a run, or the potential end of a run. I mean, there's always the possibility of finding some speed power-ups, and I didn't have a jump there to get over that. I hate actually having to go through those narrow gaps. But anyway, oh, I didn't mean to hit that. Let me out, let me out. Okay, here we go. Main menu. So that is Race the Sun. The player worlds are not implemented yet. Gonna have to wait until some other time to show you guys that. I might make another video later just to kind of run through other features of the game and stuff like that. But that's the basic premise of the game. Like I said, if you play it again on a different day, the world's going to be a little bit different. It's going to generate a new world, and it's going to be a new set of challenges and everything. So if this looks interesting to you, if this game seems like something that you want to buy, I will have a link in the description to where you can pick it up on the Steam store down below. Until then, thanks guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.